Hi, I'm John Gillum, and I'm the creator of the Community Studio, where we bring the art studio to your communities. Watch that color go.
Have you ever wanted to experience creating fine art? John Gillum has developed a program for senior citizens to enjoy painting with watercolors, and he wants to share it with you. No matter what your art background is, sit back and enjoy John's simple method of teaching the art of watercolors. And at the conclusion of this lesson, you can find out more on how to order all the supplies you need to follow along with John on future episodes and begin your art journey. Now here's John with today's lesson.
Welcome back to the Community Studio. Today we're going to focus on freeform flowers. And what I mean by that is, you may have noticed, we don't have any little drawings on our little paper here, because we are going to first put our color on in the form of whatever flowers we imagine. Then after they dry, you will take a pen, or your helper, your activity coordinator there will take a pen and help you to design the flowers around the colors that you've chosen to put on your paper. First thing we're going to do is we're going to wet our brush. We're going to test it out on paper, make sure it's nice and clean. Choose a color that you like. I'm going to start with my lavender, I think, here. I'm going to make some lavender flowers. And then I'm going to make some poppies and a little tulip. And then you can choose whatever colors and whatever style you'd like to do. So as far as the lavender flower goes, what I like to do is I start at the top and I make little dots and I just kind of scumble down, kind of fumble with it, and the brush just moves itself down. And I'm going to put one over here. And maybe one goes over here. And again, one right here. I'm going to lighten my paint a little bit with some water, because the farther back the flower is, the lighter it's going to look. So maybe I have some that are behind. I'm not going to be as detailed with them either, because again, the farther back they go, you lose detail and you lose color. There we go. It's kind of an illusion. I'm going to rinse off my brush again. I'm going to dry it. And anywhere where I think I might get a drip, I'm just going to suck that off of the page there. Just a little bit. And I can always come back again and make them darker if I'd like. All right, let's change colors. I'm going to rinse out my brush. I'm going to dry it on my paper towel and make sure that there's no color on my paper towel, so that it doesn't get into my other colors. Now, I'm going to use my orange. I'm going to add some water to that. Make it nice and soupy. I don't want any big fat globs of paint on my paper. So I'm going to take my orange, and don't worry if it doesn't look like a flower. At this point, it's not supposed to. Okay, what we really want to do is we want to put your favorite colors on your paper and just kind of put them in a way that maybe a flower would look. Okay, so here's my poppy. I think maybe my tulips, my poppies would look like, they kind of have a papery feel to them, don't they? So that's a poppy for me right there. I'm going to put one right in the middle. I like that bright orange color coming out. Okay, so once you see that, it doesn't quite look like a flower yet. That's all right. We're just kind of having fun with the color right now. And maybe a blast over here. Okay, I like how that's working. I'm going to get a little bit of water and I'm going to add some yellow to that. And when I add that, it should just kind of, the paint will move itself because it's wet on wet, remember? Okay, I just kind of like that varying color in there. While we're on yellow, I kind of like a little daisy. That's where will we want our daisy? Oh, let's put one here. And maybe I want a big one right here. There was a movie where two people were sitting in front of a field of daisies. And the lady asked the boy, you know, what he liked about those flowers. When he said they were his favorite flowers, and he said, because they're all alike. And she said, it's funny, I like them because they're all different. Good. And maybe we're going to put a little dot in the middle of our daisies. Add a little color. All right, what about a little bit of blue? Nope. Good catch. All right. Oh, hey, Boots. I know. I do feed you. Yeah. I think I'm done with the flowers now. That'll be enough flowers to start. Then I can go to my stems. And if you think about your stems and the types of flowers, if you know anything about flowers, that's great. If not, just make something up. Just remember it's your world. Make it up. Lavender stems, they come down and they have leaves that kind of have a flip look. Just a little tiny flip of your brush. That's all you need. That's all they do. They look like a lot like rosemary. Okay. Poppies, they may have a big base there and then come down. All right. Some of these flowers, or some of these leaves, excuse me, you can take the tip of your brush and just push down and pull up. And that'll make you a nice little leaf. See that? All right, I think we're done here. We're just going to let that dry, and then we'll see you back in a few minutes. Welcome back. Now, you've all had a chance to do some work, put some color on your page. It doesn't need to look like much, okay? So this is what I have on my paper today. And no, it doesn't look like a picture of flowers. But remember, I don't have a camera. I'm using watercolor, so what we're working with is going to be used a little bit differently. Now, since I've decided I'm not really going to go in and do a lot of detail with these flowers with my watercolor, but what I am going to do is I'm going to use a pen, and you can use a pen like this with a thin tip, or you can use even a black ballpoint pen if you want to, or other. What I'm going to do is I'm going to outline my watercolor. Now you can do this, or your assistant there can help you do this. And the idea is to capture that flower with the outline. So, for instance, on this, it looks to me like a tulip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to outline it like a tulip. How I'd imagine a tulip to be. And I'm even going to capture some of that white space there. And I'm going to go with the flow of the flower. And I see a little stem coming down. I'm going to take that in. And your drawing should kind of capture the form of that flower. So with this poppy here, I'm imagining my center of the poppy being right here. And I'm going to put just a couple dots and circles on the center of that flower. And then I imagine that my flower is going to come out and down. And maybe have another petal come out and down. And I'm really just going with the watercolor that I've already put down on the page. And no, you don't have to draw a straight line. As a matter of fact, there are no straight lines in art. Okay. And this little daisy here. And here we go. We got some lavender there. I'm just going to outline it a little bit. Maybe put a couple circles in there to show the individual flowers here and there. So you can tell it's coming along a little bit. I just love this part because it kind of brings out a little bit more detail than what we have with our watercolor. Put a little life into our daisy here. I think adding some of that that white is very pretty. And our little daisy at the end here. There we go. This project is a lot of fun because no matter what you put on your page, so your painting can look just like this one, your painting can look absolutely nothing like this one. And that's the beauty of this type of artwork. So here's an example of a different one that I've done. And at the end here, we're going to put up some that our students have done as well, so you can see the types of artwork that other locations have done and other residents. Thanks again. I appreciate your time today, and have a great week.
Thanks for watching. John has completed a complete kit for you to begin your watercolor journey with John Gilham's Community Studio. Simply go online to thecommunitystudio.org and order your supplies now. You'll receive a complete kit that will have everything you need for 8 lessons, and it will be shipped directly to your home. We hope you enjoyed today's lesson with John, and that you'll like and subscribe to this channel so you'll be notified when more lessons become available. Thanks for watching.